This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, I can speak for you. I can speak for me. I'm pleasantly surprised I can speak for you. The Royal Rooters, as the Red Sox 5-game home losing streak at Fenway comes to an end. Boy, did the Red Sox need that one. Jarren Duran, inside the park home run, putting the Red Sox in front for good. Lucas Giolito, 5 walks, yes, but continues to pitch well at Fenway. Slayton gave up a home run. Whitlock and Chapman, as advertised, as they both work a scoreless inning. Sox take the finale, avoid being swept at home by the last place Pittsburgh Pirates. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and storyteller as a kid of the 1980s. Proud to say that I watch certain Red Sox games on a small black and white TV. Former big league pitcher Scott McGregor used to tell me back in 2008, when we rode the buses in the minor leagues together, that I had more useless information than anyone he'd ever come across. And today, I still consider that a compliment from Scott McGregor. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you download your podcast. We are presented by FanDuel. Football season almost here. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now. Audience participation, as you know, well, we encourage it. If you're a first-timer, everydayer, a Royal Rooter, with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that comment button, join the conversation. You can also follow me on the X and continue the baseball and Red Sox conversation there. The 5-game home losing streak is now a thing of the past for the Red Sox.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Mitch Keller pitched well until he didn't. Lucas Giolito got off to a great start in this one. Ultimately, the Red Sox pick up the victory as the Red Sox down 1-0. Roman Anthony, tying the game up in the 5th inning. RBI ground out. Jarren Duran, couple of batters later, inside the park home run. First career inside the park home run at the big league level for Jarren Duran. Second this season. Willie Abreu had one earlier in the year. Whitlock got the job done in the 8th inning. Chapman got the job done in the 9th inning. Whitlock leaving the bases loaded. Chapman striking out 2 and working a 1-2-3 top of the 9th inning. 27th save on the season for Chapman. I'll have thoughts on him coming up in segment number 2 when we hear from you, our Royal Rooters, as well as the Red Sox locking him up for 2026 and a mutual vesting option for 2027. I said it recently. Is there an extension there? Hey, I really did think 3 years. He'll get a raise in 2026, but you lock him up, and he's going to be just fine next year, and he's probably going to be fine for the Red Sox in 2027 as well. I'll touch on that a bit later. But this was a win the Red Sox needed. And Alex Bregman actually picked up a base hit in this ball game, still scuffling at the plate, but a single in the 4th inning, breaking an 0 for 17 at the plate. Roman Anthony walked in that inning, or walked for the Red Sox. That was in front as Anthony got the ground out in the RBI ground out in the 5th inning. He also walked once in the game as well. That was in the 6th inning, and the Red Sox left the bases loaded. They're still in need of clutch hits, not just one per game, but more than one. Anthony breaking or snapping an 6-game hit streak there. Let me get back on track. But, Jarren Duran in that 4-run 5th inning, inside the park home run. You were thinking maybe, he went to the dugout, put the Wally helmet on, and you're thinking, are they going to rule that triple and an error on probably this O'Neill Cruz in the outfield or Tommy Pham, but inside the park home run for Duran. Bullpen again does the job. Lucas Giolito, first 3 innings, doing a terrific job. Retired the side 1-2-3 in the first on 6 pitches. Retired the side, needed 15 pitches to retire the side, 1-2-3 in the second. 9 pitches and giving up a base hit, a leadoff double to Horwitz in the 4th inning. He had a base running blunder. Caught, taking off for third. Giolito had the ball, showed the poise, threw to third, got the out. And that's in reference, first of our Locked On Red Sox postcast on the Sunday. Dave O'Brien, Will Middlebrooks were all over it. That's brutal base running. And as I've said before, we saw the Orioles in that 4-game sweep for the Red Sox, right? Earlier in the week. We saw the Orioles make mistakes that you expect from a last-place team. The Red Sox have made plenty of those mistakes this year as a team that's contending for a division title in the AL East, or at least one of the 3 wild cards as well. So the Pirates limited their mistakes in taking the first 2 games of the series. Red Sox, again, another game decided by 3 runs or less. But the Red Sox pick up a victory. You want a number of the day? As the Red Sox score 5 runs, and they've proven when they score 5 or more runs in a game, they have success. What kind of success? Terrific success. Just the sixth time in the last 17 games on Sunday where the Red Sox scored 5 or more. 11-1 after going 12-0 in July, scoring 5 or more runs. 11-1 in August, scoring 5 or more runs in a game. It's a magic number for the Red Sox. But of late, it's been 3 runs or less. 3-run victory. They get it. 19 straight sellout at Fenway. And I mentioned Bregman, a base hit, 3 at-bats, but just 2 for 34 in his last 9 games. You have too many guys in the lineup right now not coming through in RBI situations. Bregman is one of them. Ceddanne Rafaela is another. Will Middlebrooks mentioned that during the game as well. These are guys you need RBIs from, without a doubt. And I always go back to the month of May. It was like a collective slump for the team. But coming around now. But now you're in a bit of a funk. You've got a guy in the lineup here or there that's coming through. This team cannot just rely on the home run ball, even though they get an inside-the-park home run on Sunday from Jarren Duran. Go figure. But this lineup just needs more consistency and really better contact at the plate. Too many weak ground balls, too many lazy fly balls. And everyone's going to jump on the 224 hitting Masa Yoshida right now. Will Middlebrooks said it. Wilyer Abreu comes back, and we thought he was going to be back at the beginning of this homestand, and that's not the case. Apparently he's going to run. He's been doing some baseball activities, but they're going to get him out there and test it on Monday. Then you're going to hear, well, let's see how he responds on Tuesday. Need Abreu back in the lineup, and you need Yoshida to sit. And all throughout the course of the season, David Hamilton, inconsistent at bats. Okay, well, he's a utility guy. He's a bench guy. Yoshida, he's going at the end. A start here or there, and not even. And Will Middlebrooks mentions the contract. You didn't let the Buehler contract prevent you from releasing him earlier this week, just at the start of the homestand on Friday. I don't know that Masa Yoshida gets it. It's going to be interesting. It gets it in the rest of the season, I mean. Going to be interesting to see. The roster expands on Monday, September 1, tomorrow. It expands. You get an extra hitter. You get an extra pitcher. Apparently, Kyle Harrison scratched from his start AAA Worcester on Sunday. So he could be in the mix here in the coming days as well. And with that, if he pitches well, and maybe a sign of how Giolito pitched, as Giolito walks too many, 1 below a season high, but he walked 5 in the game. But I was on Giolito, then got off track there. 30 pitches, 20 strikes through the first 3 innings. Willie Traynor did not have a good game behind the plate calling balls and strikes overall, but he missed a couple in the 4th inning. Bases loaded, wild pitch. That scores the only run charged to Giolito over 6 innings, but he walked 5, including 3 in that 4th inning. The damage could have been a lot worse, but Davis, hitless on the season with the bases loaded, grounded out weakly to first base. Nathaniel Lowe, nice to see him back in the lineup. Couple of base hits, celebrating the birth of his son with his wife. And Davis grounds out to first. Giolito did a nice job covering. Davis retired, 3 runners left on in that 4th inning. But Giolito's got to work around those things, but Willie Traynor did not help him out at all. And Giolito's been a guy who has been a strikeout pitcher, and the walks have been few and far between. He walked 3 in that inning, 5 total. 6 innings, 1 earned run. You take that. But really, and again, Will Middlebrooks alluded to it, you want him to go 7. You want 7 because 30 pitches through the first 3 innings, that's 10 an inning. Math is simple. At that point in time, you're thinking he's got 7. All of a sudden, he throws 30 pitches in that 4th inning. He's at 60 pitches now through 4 innings. Does go the 6. Slayton gives up a home run in the 7th inning. Don't want to see that. Just a second outing back after missing 55, 57 games. Whitlock got into a jam, but Whitlock got out of the jam as he got a strikeout to end the 8th inning. Chapman has just been outstanding. And thoughts on Chapman on the other side. But just to update Chapman's numbers, a couple of more numbers of the day for you to digest. 27 saves, 15 straight scoreless outings, 2 runs, 1 earned over his last 35 outings. And he's now faced 44 straight hitters without allowing a base hit. One more time. Aroldis Chapman, 27 save, 44 straight batters faced without giving up a base hit. That is legit. We're going to have more on Aroldis Chapman. We hear from you next. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Pittsburgh series, you drop 2 out of 3, but you win the finale. That's now in the rear view. 4 weeks left in the regular season. The regular season for Major League Baseball wraps up 4 weeks from today on September 28th. Red Sox still within striking distance of the Blue Jays, and perhaps Yankees in front of them right now. But you really start looking at the scoreboard. We might even peek at the scoreboard when we continue Locked On Red Sox postcast. And we are presented by FanDuel. College football, wow, you must have had a big Saturday if you're a college football plan, as it is certainly underway. Again, Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by FanDuel. NFL season almost here. FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Sign up right now, and when you do, you're going to love using FanDuel because it fits however you like to bet. Player props, building a same-game parlay, or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. It makes every game more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup. It's quick, easy, and the best way to add a little more energy to your Sundays. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now, visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. And our Locked On Red Sox postcast is also presented by Upside. Upside's been a proud sponsor and a big sponsor this week on the Locked On Red Sox postcast and across the Locked On Podcast Network. Hey, right now, Locked On Red Sox postcast fans have to ask this question. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use our limited time promo code SEASON and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. You can make up to $300 a year just from buying the gas that you already need. At first, you might think this is too good to be true, but Upside, totally legit. Real people getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Don't let this offer drive on by. Download the free Upside app now using our limited time promo code SEASON for a limited 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code SEASON. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions. All right, Red Sox pick up the victory. All right, we had a little glitch there, but it looks like we're still live. We go to your comments from our Royal Rooters here in just a moment. Some thoughts. Streak is over at 5. Speed kills. Jarren Duran, first career big league inside the park home run. That was great to see. The Sox pen, 1 run allowed on the home run allowed by Slayton, but 2 scoreless innings, 1 each from Whitlock and Chapman as well. The heart's skipping a little bit because I just went out of the studio, back in now, and we continue. 3 more on this homestand against the Guardians, who entered Sunday against the Rangers, I believe, on a 4-game win streak. I really don't want to click any buttons here, but I'm going to try to because I'm trying to talk myself out of going to the scoreboard, but I'm going to because we've got 4 weeks left in the Major League Baseball regular season. Yankees, White Sox in Chicago, South Side, top 8, 2-2, Yankees and White Sox. Yankees trying to complete the series sweep They enter today having won 7 straight games. Blue Jays do win the finale at home against the Brewers 8-4, so the Red Sox are not going to pick up any ground on the Blue Jays in the AL East standings on this Sunday. Again, 4 weeks to go in the regular season. Chapman deal, clamored for it earlier this week, wondering maybe they were talking. They were apparently not official as of pregame Sunday or during the game, but maybe the official announcement comes at some point here in the postgame. Right now, I've got Nesson on the TV off in the distance, and Alex Cora is talking to the media. But Chapman gets a raise for 2026, 1-year deal with a mutual vesting option for 2027. If he had hit free agency, and again, all the stories are the same. He loves Boston. He is committed to pitching for several more years. So he works out relentlessly. There was a story, Peter Abraham, I think it was last Sunday Baseball Notes, Boston Globe. He hasn't really been around Boston that much because he works out during the day, goes to the ballpark, gets ready for that day or night's game. That's been his routine throughout the course of the season. So again, Craig Breslow, Chapman, 37 years old, having another terrific year, 27th save on the season, and just the way he's done it. He's given up 1 earned run, I think Will Middlebrook said, in 3 calendar months. He's retired 44 straight batters without giving up a hit. So if he's going to fall off at age 38, and even if he falls off just a little bit, he's still in line for a very good season in 2026. And then you have what is called a vesting mutual option. I believe it's 13.3 for next year, so he gets a bump up for salary. But that's a move. That's not on the to-do list for the offseason. That's huge for the Red Sox. Now you can focus on other things because your bullpen is sort of set. And you're going to have other arms coming back. Some of these guys coming back from injury, Fitz, Criswell, Houck, Cutter Crawford, these guys may be destined for relief roles in the future or in AAA. I mean, they're going to have some depth next year. Does pitching depth exist? No, it does not. Not at the major league level, not in T-ball or anywhere in between. But you've got Whitlock signed up. You've got Slayton signed up. You're in good shape. And again, this is not an item you have to add to the to-do list. You have to feel very good that Chapman's going to be your closer for 2026. And even at some point, if he has to go to that 8th inning role, I don't think that's an issue. I don't think, based on his season so far to this point, through August, 1 more month in the regular season, he's been right. He's been on the fall off, if there is any, it's not going to be significant next year. I love the move. And again, I think he probably could have gotten 3 years out on the open market, at least 2 years guaranteed. But it's a mutual vesting option for 2027. Who's our leadoff hitter? Let's go to the comment section. Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Of course, it's Emily Talk Sox. Emily, what do you have to say? Inside the park home run. A lot of exclamation points. And Chappie will finish him. Yeah, that's a Mortal Kombat voice. LOL. Finish him. I like it. Thank you, Emily Talk Sox. And that was a bad one. And some of you want me to sing at the end of the year. Urban Human. Gotta love that Chapman has been extended. Yep, just touched on it. And yeah, you got to feel good about that one. I mean, Breslow's not been afraid. And these negotiations, all of a sudden you hear, hey, deal's done. Just got to cross the T's, dot the I's. And they've done that again. Crochet, Anthony, Campbell. Is Christian Campbell coming up on Monday? Could be. Emily, hopefully you can't see that last message. I didn't want it read out loud. Which one was that? The home run one? The Mortal Kombat one? I got it. No foul there. Urban Human. Not the best start ever from Gio. No, 5 walks was a lot. Not helped by the home plate umpire in that inning where he walked 3. But hope the command issue aren't going to be reoccurring. Yeah, and it was interesting. Dave O'Brien alluded to it. Giolito, after his outing was done, he came back to the dugout, and he was in conversation with Alex Cora, and Andrew Bailey was right there as well. You don't normally see that. Hopefully everything, whatever he went through postgame, and after he was removed from the game, hopefully everything lined up and tested well. Rough ump today, yes, but we got the win. Yep. Emily Toxox, yeah, he wasn't as strong, but still held it together. That's Giolito on the reference there. So, again, you avoid the series sweep. Jan's daddy, I recommend you read only one of the 2 messages to be fair. Maybe from just give 2 per person, trying to produce, go through the comments, all that stuff as well. Urban Human. Impressed with Ceddanne and that last at bat, even though he popped out, seemed to not swing away at everything, which is a change. Yeah, the infield RBI base hit that he got, he was down in the count quickly, 0-2. I was like, oh, here we go. He's not going to put the ball in play. Did. And I'll give credit to Ceddanne Rafaela. A majority of the time, he's busting it out of the box. I mean, he's hit some little dribblers on the infield, and he's been rewarded. And he was rewarded there for the Red Sox as he picked up the RBI. And the RBIs for Ceddanne Rafaela have been few and far between. His RBI infield single in the 6th, then he making it a 5-1 game. And most of the time, he's a guy who is he's hustling down the line. He really is. Brad checking in. Umpire missed a bunch of strike calls all game. The game needs computer to call balls and strikes. I don't like that. I think that's tied in with betting. But, Brad, you know what? It's coming. It is. Duran has an $8 million club option for 2026. Yeah. They may move him. I mean, he's certainly attractive to no matter what the team is. If they wanted to move him in a deal, yeah, he's got that option. And he's not making a ton of money. I don't know that the Red Sox need to lock him up. Maybe they've gone to him in the past. I certainly think he'd be willing to it, him and his representatives. Just never have heard anything about it. But they can go real young in the outfield. I mean, if you add Garcia to the mix next year, you've got 2 guys already, Ceddanne Rafaela, Roman Anthony, locked up long-term. And even at $8 million, that's not breaking the bank for any big league club. Emily Talk Sox. I was going through some new baseball cards and dang near crumbled them, so was excited about that hit. Let's get Patrick in here. Got another minute. One more quick comment. Yoshida needs to ride the pine. That from Patrick. Patrick, I don't disagree. Jimmy J. Nathaniel Lowe gives the lineup more pop. He does. And right now, he's gotten off to a great start. Paternity leave. Proud new papa with a new arrival of a baby boy. And, Nathaniel Lowe adds a lot to this. And he might go into a funk here where you're expecting, multi-hit game every single game, but he's come through in the clutch. And, there was a ball that he pulled through the right side of the infield. I'm like, oh, boy, that's just going to be a ground out. No, pulled it hard through the right side and kind of thought he was going to go the other way with it. I thought that ball was well out over the plate for a left-handed batter. Can't defend Yoshi anymore. That from Jimmy J. Yeah. Emily Talk Sox, the ump was awful, just ridiculous at one point. Yeah, I think he got in his own head. And I think he understood he was missing some. And that'll happen for an umpire. All of a sudden, you start questioning yourself, just like a hitter, just like a pitcher, just like maybe you and me at our everyday jobs. Augusto, much needed win. Absolutely. Chapman, worthy of any Cy Young votes. Thoughts? I bet you he gets votes. Don't know how many. But yeah, I think he'll get some consideration. Maybe even from the Boston media that sees him and sees how dominant of a season that he's had this year. Dan, Duran running like a kid on that inside the park home run. That's the way Duran runs. And I think they mentioned it. Wrap up here. One more from Scott. At least we salvaged one game of this series. Still disappointing though. Yeah, but you move on. Now take 2 out of 3. Yes, you take 2 out of 3 from the Guardians. It's a 3-3 homestand, but you got Bayo and you've got Crochet over the next 2. You have to like your chances. But again, Guardians entered Sunday 4-game win streak. They're still trying to knock on the door and be a pain in the neck over the final 4 weeks of the regular season and maybe even get in for one of the 3 wild card spots. They're not going to win the AL Central. We know that. Chapman, Cy Young Award votes, Augusto? Yeah, I think so. Is he going to win it? Probably not, because his teammate, Garrett Crochet, may very well win it. But I think he'll get some acknowledgement for the great season that he's had, because it is. I think 27 saves now, but the stretch that he's had, it's just been dominant. You know what's next? We'll be on within minutes. Final out. Game 1 of the 3-game series against the Guardians. That is Monday afternoon, not Monday night. Labor Day Monday. Hope you're enjoying your Labor Day weekend with friends and family. Bayo in game 1, the day game on Monday, then Crochet going in on Tuesday. And it could very well be Kyle Harrison for the finale, then an off day, and then off to Arizona and West Sacramento to take on the Diamondbacks and the A's on the upcoming road trip. As always, we acknowledge you and tip our cap to the Royal Rooters for helping us attempt to make this the number one place to hang out immediately after every Red Sox game. And again, we'll be on within minutes of the final out of game number 1 of the 3-game series, Red Sox and Guardians at Fenway on Monday afternoon. The Red Sox are going to be looking for a second straight win at Fenway, as Sunday they snap a 5-game losing streak on their home diamond. Locked On Red Sox, again, we help you, we encourage you, and we applaud you for helping make this the number one hangout immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, winners on Sunday, every day.